Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BeefBoys. Please don't leave. Select your character. Doplex. Doplex and feature down. Devils. Keep stitches. Holy water. Keys Miller. Kilo.
Breaking Bad 2. Big Lane. This time, Walter White's black.
I'm black.
Jesse, I'm black.
And Jesse Blackman is my partner. Hey, yo, what's up? It's Jesse Blackman. I'm in this trailer, too. Except now I say the N-word.
I was gonna say Ghetto Smosh should do Breaking Bad, like ghetto breaking or some shit. And
Breaking Black.
And the guy who does Jesse should just, instead of like bitch, he just hits the N-word like in the same cadence. That'd be really funny.
Mr.
That's
Black.
basically the only joke you need. That's basically Ghetto Smosh, if you're listening.
Yeah, if you're still alive,
bring
it back.
We don't know what happened to you.
Yeah, R.I.P.
You fell off. No offense.
Well, I think the joke that they made where they were like getting sued actually happened, and they had to stop.
I think they got
actually
moved.
happen.
Yeah. So, does anybody have sad music? Big rest in peace to Ghetto Smosh.
I was editing a Jack film video recently, or like a few months ago, where he kept mentioning Ghetto Smosh to somebody, and they didn't get the reference.
Yeah.
Oh, it was when he was streaming with Justin. They were playing Fortnite, and he. He kept.
Something Justin would
he referenced it like a few times, and Justin didn't know for some reason, so he kind of just like Jack quietly let it go or whatever. But I was like, we cancerized that man's mind like 2 years ago. With Ghetto Smosh.
Yeah, it was like when I introduced Gooning to Chad.
DEFCON 5 Ghetto Smosh.
Yeah,
because we were telling Jack's films that like we were doing a call to action, an open invite for somebody to do a Ghetto Jack's film.
That's right.
I have yet to see that happen.
And then I was like, after the episode, I'll send you Ghetto Smosh, and I sent it to him, and he like didn't respond for a few days, and I was like,
That's on your
did I just like lose my friend? You know,
like 2 days ago, I noticed I saw a tweet referencing our sweet boys in a very roundabout way. Do you remember there was Ghetto Smosh, and then like all these like weird little things splintered off it, where there'd be like
classy Smosh,
like Chinese Smosh.
But there was one that was
like Discover Credit Smosh or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was it?
Boost Mobile
Smosh. Yeah.
But it was one of those, but it was Confederate Smosh. And it was like woke fortune cookie or whatever. And someone just posted that thumbnail saying like epic, YouTube homepage pull.
Right.
And I was like, you don't know the law. You don't know
even
how deep this
understand
runs.
the lore.
You have no idea.
This is the very end of the human centipede you're looking at.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's the end of and then they're like, wow, this is cool. Where did this come from?
Well, this is crazy. This is crazy and original.
I will say, I'm kind of bummed that Smosh put the kibosh.
Put the
on
Ghetto
Smosh.
Smosh.
Yeah, they put the Smosh on it. Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
I feel like if I
was
went and like copy struck all the like teenagers on Twitter who are like, "Oh my god, look at this!" It's like it's your fans. It adds to your reputation.
It does. Yeah,
Your
it's
lore.
like it's like if Angry Video Game Nerd went and no, that's not a good example. I was trying to think of like another example.
Where are you going with that?
Angry Ghetto Nerd.
That would be cool.
Angry Ghetto Nerd.
This video game trash.
I'm surprised that hasn't been a thing. What an easy
That should be a
to
thing.
make.
Can everybody just make ghetto versions of everything?
Let's bring that back.
Play these shitty ass games that suck ass.
Is this one of James's points about how when it's when someone like Trump's in a prison, you can't make like edgy jokes because it comes off as like too real?
Maybe
because Ghetto Smosh was right at the end of the Joe Byron presidency, where it was like, okay, we can kind of make very deeply ironic, racist jokes.
God damn it. Trump took Ghetto Smosh from us.
I think that might have been the final. Trump worked with regular Smosh to get Ghetto Smosh taken down.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Smosh.
fucking god.
Anthony Padilla, Henny and Hickox. I used to watch Food Battle. They haven't made one in my presidency.
I loved Food Battle 2006 with the
Dude,
donut.
the hot dog always wins. That's what they tell me. The emo one, the one who, quite frankly, he looks like a yes, he looks like a I'll say it.
I think he's quite sexy.
And the bowl cut.
I want to kiss his
I
ass.
call him bowl cut.
Okay. And when you're the president, you can kiss their ass.
I miss when the Smosh Boys had bowl cuts and straightened their hair. There's a better time in this country.
You know, I'll say it. Make Smosh great again. And then all the white people.
We're putting a 10,000% tariff on all jeans that aren't skinny jeans.
They're making a Pokemon in real life part 3.
We got more people supporting DEI Smosh than real Smosh. We gotta make Smosh great again.
I propose an all-white Smosh cast. Get rid of the Indian.
Just Anthony evaporates.
Questions.
It's tearing us apart.
When
Can
I'm with
I-
you,
Did I have some
sucking on
talking
my
points?
shirt, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I need to poo.
Before we go into questions, can I tell you guys a small story?
Yeah.
You guys ever been into a city before?
I've been into town.
Yeah. Well, I was in one of those anyway. I was coming home.
Okay.
I was waiting at the tram stop, and there was a street
Post it
preacher.
up.
There's like there's like a small block in Melbourne where like for some reason all the religious preachers set up on the weekends
God
there's like
Street.
there's often like a stool with like guys with pamphlets about Islam. There's usually like this old white Australian fuck walking around like talking Christian stuff and saying, well, we should support Israel. There's like, all these weird,
Yeah.
but it's in like the span of like a block. So anyway, it was one of those guys, and it was very, very entertaining to me because as I was sitting there listening to this guy, I was like, oh no, this guy sounds like and acts like.
Oh.
No.
In fact, this man almost
no.
certainly has the
No.
same level of intelligence as.
Oh no.
No.
I wrote down some notes. So,
Wait. Was it?
it was not.
I thought you were.
It
I thought
wasn't
you were
crazy.
leading us to
That's
like.
what-
that's what that was
Nah.
building
Dude,
up
I
to.
thought you were
was
about to
like,
get insane lore update, dude. Holy
Yeah, I thought it was
fuck.
gonna be like an
wish.
M. Night Shyamalan type
Oh
fucking
my
twist.
god, that'd be awesome.
I almost wondered. I'm about to make fun of this guy. I don't know if we should make maybe the. Let me reintroduce this, but you guys know who I'm talking about now.
Okay.
So there was the street preacher who sounds very much like one of the characters we've covered on this show before.
Hey girl, she's staring at me.
Could be anyone.
What's the
Dude,
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
But it was this dude. He was maybe a bit younger than us, maybe like mid-20s. He seemed like one of those dudes who like maybe he had like a rough. Like maybe he got into like drugs or a bad crowd, and now he got into Christianity like real hardcore to like repent, maybe, you know, which is like if that works for you, good enough, you know, good on you. But like it was just he was just sitting there with his like microphone, his shitty little like speaker, like just you know, preaching to the people of Melbourne who were just waiting for trams and shit. But he had the exact
Attention, people of Melbourne.
it
I
was
love God.
well, it was
That's
kind
it.
of, dude. It was. You're 90% of the way there. This dude
Really?
sounded like an idiot. Like he sounded like a
Okay.
low IQ individual, which is again fine, but maybe don't
Me
like
God.
maybe don't put a microphone in front of you. He sounded like he was either nervous or he just didn't want to be there. He had this real like low energy, which for like a street preacher's like,
Yeah.
come on, man, you gotta. I at least
you
respect
gotta
those dudes
go
who are
at
like,
it.
you are gonna die in hell for being
Yeah.
gay. It's like, well, at least you got some fucking chutzpah behind it. This dude was just like,
Yank
Yeah.
up your skirt, young lady.
this guy was just like, the Bible says that marriage is between a man and a woman. And it's just like, okay, cool.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
He had like a real surface level understanding of Christianity. And not saying
Yeah.
I'm fucking, I know more or whatever, I don't. But it was just like, it was stuff that if any of us, besides Andrew, I guess, had to like just bullshit on the spot, like shit about Christianity, it was that. It was like he didn't quote
Yeah.
any scripture. He didn't like. He was legit just like.
Yeah, he's
Jesus
just someone who like
loves
watches
you.
YouTube debates and like
Yeah.
adopted his philosophy
Yeah.
from that.
There-
God equals good, devil equals bad. You do the math.
There's tons of people like
No,
that. Yeah, no, it's like the word. They're
exactly.
such idiots.
It was insane to me. Just this dude being like, "Yeah, Jesus died for your sins, guys."
I don't know why, but he did. And I also would like to know.
Google it.
Someone, is anyone in the crowd? Can anyone come explain that?
Can someone help
tell me?
Also, I've
Please, anybody.
I've locked myself out of my phone. Does anyone know how to get past the passcode?
You're at like a four-way intersection, like every corner, someone on it is like, my God, believe that cow cannot be eat because we love the cow.
It's a four-way intersection, and all
And the other guy's like,
yelling at each other.
We really like unleavened bread. We love the flat bread. It's very good with
We
the
love
matzo ball.
makahashka.
He's just doing it. He's just
I can't lie, that shit goes so hard.
There's Hare Krishna guys who walk up and down the streets of Melbourne like on the weekends and shit, like just a big group of like 10 of them all doing, they're like, Hare Krishna, like fucking clapping their hands and like shit. You hear them come from miles.
Licking their heels.
I mean, that's the song. The lyrics are
There's a
pretty
bitch in my
straightforward.
school named Hare Krishna.
Damn, they really phoned that one in.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I think her name was like it's like close to it. It was like something Dishna or Disha or some shit. Dude, we were playing one time. They made all the girls play kickball with like
I
with
was
everybody,
doing the
even though they
Disha.
always would just like sit there during gym class. But like there was one gym teacher was like, "We're stuck inside. Everybody's fucking playing kickball. Like you're fucking playing." We were playing California kickball with like where like a bunch of people like start on the bases and shit. And this bitch was on the base and I was pitching and they kicked it and everyone started running and the ball came right back to me and I caught it and then like she was turned around to go run back to first base and her hair was I guess it was like some kind of religion where you like don't cut your hair. I think like either I don't know, don't call me racist, but it's like either Hindus or Muslims like don't really like cut their hair. So her hair was super long, like legit, like way down below her waist.
Yeah.
She was like running and like her head was leaning. She was like dodging and trying to duck it and shit. And I pegged her in the leg with I pegged her in the legs with the kickball and it like got stuck right between her legs like as they were crossing each other and like fully just like locked up both her legs mid run. So she just completely like just like started falling and went to put a foot down and stepped on her own hair and like snapped her neck and she had to be fucking like carted to the nurse. It was fucking awesome. Dude, imagine stepping on your own hair like full sprint. It was so fucking
your neck
funny.
just like
God damn.
It's so funny.
oh god, that's an awful.
She was okay though.
She's lived.
That's good.
There's
rowdy.
a story that's come up like I keep meaning to tell it like 4 times and I always never get the chance. You remind me of gym and like primary school. I remember one time I went to like use the gym at lunchtime, just like we're gonna play on a dodgeball or some shit, and walk in and there's just like this whole like everyone's like really serious and everyone's like crowding around like someone. And it turned out this girl, we had these like bars up the walls. I don't know if your guys' gym had that. I don't even know what they were for. If you could like
Climb!
yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Right? Like, just,
Everybody
like,
climb!
Yeah.
But like I don't remember what we ever actually used them for. Like they didn't go up that high. They were like, I don't know, like 7-8 feet tall max. It was whatever.
Probably just
Apparently
like
she
a
climbed
test
up
or some shit.
maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
I guess she climbed up one of those, slipped, fell, hit her head on the concrete, and because we're in a country town, she had to get airlifted to the nearest hospital. So like a helicopter like landed on her thing.
Was she
and,
like
scooped
fucked
her.
forever?
No, she was fine. I can't remember what happened, but
Okay.
yeah, it was one of those like, well, you did just sustain a head injury, and I think she like passed out. So like maybe we should take her to a hospital just to double check.
Dude, heads hitting cement. I don't even know
Yeah.
if you've been. It's like a watermelon sometimes, and you're just like,
Yeah.
That's
You know, a
awful.
kid in my a kid that we grew up with was like very much like the average, you know, like little guy. Just and then he
Regular
fell
fella.
off like a swing set onto concrete and like head first, and he was quite special from there on, and he was always very cool. He's like the guy I told you guys about, where like I walked into your bathroom once, and he was like. He was a black kid and he was standing like 4 feet back holding his dick in both hands, like pissing from like 4 feet back from the urinal, like
he has a
biggest
fire hose out.
dude, biggest dick I've ever seen in my life, dude.
That's awesome.
And he does have the brain power to fully utilize it.
I think God
Yeah.
was like, ah, shit, I gave him too much brain for that much penis. I gotta Fucked him up on the swing.
I gotta roll the sliders back.
That shit was fucked up. But he was always
both.
he was still like I don't know, he would have his days and like, dude, every girl in my grade, like he would harass them, but not in like kind of a sweet way where like not like physically or anything, but it would be like
kind of
all he would
harassment.
like under every Instagram comment, like he would ask for all their phone numbers, and whenever he got them, he would FaceTime them like 16 times a night and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm hanging out with my mom watching The Price is Right. And just like every girl, like every like it was so funny.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Shout out, dude. I think I've told this before, but one time I downloaded Facebook for like 2 days, like 5 years ago, for some shit, even more, like 7 years ago. But I've been out of high school for like a few years. At this point, I hadn't ever seen this kid again, and I downloaded Facebook for like 2 days just to sell something or some shit like that. And I get, Facebook like tells everybody when you're online and everything. And bro, I don't know if this was like an old thing or if it was only for like a short period of time on Facebook, but he tried to FaceTime me on Messenger out of like, he just saw I was online for the first time in like a decade and tried to FaceTime me. And it was a live video feed of him on the other end of the phone. Dude, like the kid looking at the fucking neon light gif, dude, he was he was like 4 inches from his phone, just like, I'm hanging out with my friends, I take my phone out of my pocket, and it's this kid staring at me like fucking 4 inches from the camera, dude. It's the funniest shit I've ever.
You see my fire hose? It got bigger.
It got bigger.
My firehouse was double since the last time we met Duco.
Check this out.
And he like puts his phone down and he has no bottoms on like fucking Donald Duck.
No, he's like, check
sitting
this out, and you just start hearing piss, but like it sounds like it's coming out like
Just a
like a
water bucket.
the heaviest stream ever.
Check this out.
It's
He's like shitting his pants.
it's like 4 seconds long, and you're like, is that it? Or are you still pissing? And he's like, no, that's all my piss. He can dump
That's
his
all I
whole
got.
load in 4
Just
seconds.
comes out
That's
with
how
one
wide
big-
is. Andrew, you said before, reminding me, you said like God had to like balance the sliders were too. I don't know why that made me think of like
The Creator Skater sliders.
there was. I saw the story 2 days ago that this guy in New Zealand who died. He's like a 78-year-old man. And he had been like a postie his whole life, I guess, like a courier. And it was literally the day of his retirement on his last delivery.
No.
He got hit by a car and fucking killed at like 78 years old. Which is like, that's just some, that's some like Final Destination shit where God's like, you made a deal with the devil to be the best postie of all time, and they're like, well, there's going to be a payment. You're going to have to pay the price one day, and he's like, I'll be
The
ready.
monkey paw curls.
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, Matt, how pissed off would you be?
God, when I grow up, I want to be the best postie ever.
Just a
Your wish is
beautiful day in
granted,
New
son.
Zealand on your retirement. You're putting a nice little envelope into a.
Everyone's waving at him like,
Everyone's
thanks
like,
for
"Hey,
everything, John.
Thanks for doing this, eh? He's like, eh. And yeah,
He's got like the stick with the bag. He just made his final delivery. He's like, well, this is it. My whole life has led up to this moment. And looking back, it hasn't been so bad. If anything, I could say, my fucking spleen!
He's like, I put my whole into my work. I've worked 18-hour days, all so that one day I can finally retire and go on the safari trip I've always wanted to do.
Gets squished. What if it was like a
His wife watching from the house next door. The last house was the house right before his.
Leonard?
It was his house.
the stick is still floating there.
Dude, there was a guy.
There you go, James. Yours will be more relevant.
Well, just really quick, there was a guy in my high school who was he was like texting and driving on like a local road. And he just like was not paying attention and just fully like instead of like curving with the road, just like went straight at like 35 miles an hour and went straight up somebody's driveway. And not my friend, but one of my best friend's little brother's friends. So like 2 grades below us, but like we're all in the same school. Like he fully went up their driveway. His dad was working on a car and he pinned him at 35 miles an hour, like waist down against his car and completely just disintegrated his entire lower body and spine, and like turned his dad into a vegetable, and then he like lied about everything and got out of it somehow, and like everyone in the school, he was completely just like dissociated, like no one would ever fucking speak to him again, because he was just like it was one thing for it to happen, and then another thing for it to be like, I see why you would want to get out of this so you don't ruin your whole life, but then also like the fact that you did and nothing happened to you and you like ruined this guy's life who we kind of know. Like no one like no one ever spoke to him again, and he like turned, and he was like a kind of like a smart normal kid, and then he just like turned into a burnout and like fucking ruined his life.
One fuck thing. Don't take his
shit was cooked anyway.
That happened to fucking so my mum's partner's son, when he was like 18, 19 or something, him and his friends were doing they were like driving
drugs
between two cities to like to go to a party or whatever, and like everyone but the driver was drinking in the car, just to be like, oh, when we we'll come in hot to the party, like we'll be so
pre-gaming.
They're pre-gaming,
pre-gaming the whip.
And one of the fucking
so you want to be a player
in the passenger seat, I guess because he was drunk, was like, oh, this would be funny, like grabbed the wheel and like yanked it or whatever. Drove into like this literal, like they're in the country, and so imagine how bad like this is. They drive into a concrete like bollard thing that they legit have there exclusively to hold a fence that they can like use to close the road if there's like slips in the like hilly bit that's coming up. So it's like, there's like nothing to crash into like for the fucking rest of the road, and they hit that. My mum's partner's son went through the windshield and was like paralyzed. It was like in a coma for like 4 months.
Christ.
Somehow he's like he made like a miraculous recovery, but he still has like real issues with like sleep and like he still has issues with it. But of course, the driver died. The driver just straight up got killed. Of course, the dude who did it got away like scot-free, like didn't get charged with anything, didn't die, obviously survived. And I think just like peaced out, like just didn't go to the funerals, didn't apologize or anything, was just like, I'm out.
He killed himself after. I delivered pizza with he was a good bit younger than me. I was like 21. He was maybe like 17. But I was kind of like the goat of the pizza place at that point. So like he came under my wing, and like we had just lost the other Friday night guy. So I was like, Enzo, I fuck with this dude. Like, we're putting him on Friday night with me. Like, I'm gonna teach him. He's really sweet, and like, I delivered to his family a couple times, like on his days off, and like they were all really nice. And he was like going off to college the next year and everything. And it was like 6 months later, Enzo, my boss, was like, did you hear about, I'm not gonna say his name, but, and he told me like he was like driving home from like a night class because he was taking like extra credits or something to like, he wanted to like go for a master's program or some shit, and he was getting started.
Master's degree in pizza making.
And he was like on his way home and got hit by like a car full of like 5 like completely like blacked out drunk dudes, and all of them were like totally fine, and they like completely annihilated him, and he like died on impact, and his car like exploded.
Jesus, man,
that's so fun.
Hell, man.
That's the first time I ever knew someone that like died, basically, I think. And it was that shit fucked me up. I was like, that was my boy, bro. That was like my pizza disciple, dude. Like
your pizza
if you drink drive, you're a fucking I think that's the official BeefBoys statement. Just get an Uber, you fucking dipshit, or walk.
Hot take: drinking and driving,
or get into your car. Get into your car, turn it on, and then go out of your car, get a pipe, get like a hose, put it into your pipe, put it into your car, then get back in your car and sit there for like 10 minutes and kill yourself.
Yeah, and make sure you duct tape
and then
the
because
seal
the carbon
so that
monoxide will sober you up,
make you go faster. Yeah. Dude, I remember this one time. I've never driven drunk before because I've never believed in that. I think it's stupid.
But I don't believe in it as a concept.
It's not real. It's like Vishnu. It doesn't exist.
DUIs are fake.
Well, I remember this one morning.
DUI, DEI.
It's all sham.
Lakers in 5.
I remember this one morning, my buddy had just gotten a car, and none of us drove. We had one friend who had a car, but like the rest of us was just like busting it everywhere.
Yeah.
But our one friend had just gotten a car. It was like some fucking beater, dude. Like this thing like was missing seats. It was like some old,
missing a wheel.
Nice.
It was missing, honestly, pretty much, dude. Like, this thing was such a piece of shit.
It ain't got no engine.
Yeah, he didn't have a license, by the way. And we were up all night fucking just getting absolutely blitzed. And, like, I didn't find all of this out until the next morning because he was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride in the morning, man. It's all good. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's fucking party. And so, like, we were just drinking, getting absolutely hammered. And like, turns out he didn't sleep. He just stayed up all night, just drunk throughout the entire night. And like, I wake up, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go to work. And now my ride is like, you know, he hasn't had a drink in like a couple hours, but he's clearly just like, you know, a little fucking stupid.
He's still coming off it, and he's tired.
Yeah, and this guy just straight up didn't know how to drive. So I was like in the passenger seat, like fucking at 7 a.m. Like, thank God there weren't a lot of cars on the road. Like, just like holding. There were no seatbelts too, by the way. So I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna make it to work.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But I'm so glad you did. I would be pissed off if Doplex died before I got to meet him.
Be freaking angry.
And when I remember when I pulled up in the parking lot, dude, I was like, it's like one of those moments like when you fucking like land like. You know, if you
land
people
after
like
a turbulent
kiss,
flight, and you're like,
or like people like kiss the ground after they get off the plane. Like, that's how I felt, dude. I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually alive. This is crazy. This is a good day.
We used to go to this fucking creek like an hour out of the city and smoke the sort of drugs you'd buy at like the corner store because weed was illegal. You know,
like fucking
Chronic
salvia.
and K2. Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I remember one time we did, which first of all, 100% failure rate. Not a single one of those is worth any of your time, obviously.
No, absolutely not.
Because we'd do this shit, and then even like the driver would fucking smoke the shit, which is like, how the fuck was I okay with that? I was remember we'd drive back in the dark, like we're all smoking the shit. We like smoked it, and then we'd like sit there for like an hour. So it was like probably fading off. It wasn't like we were like just ripped and then started driving. But I remember like she was driving and these like country back roads in New Zealand was like started like sway over the fucking
was a woman.
So I had to like
you were fucked from the beginning.
Yeah, they're nothing. She was actually dead sober, but I remember just having to like.
She's actually dead.
I just had to gently like grab the wheel and like just slowly like steer us back off the fucking divider line.
Yeah,
We somehow drove an hour back to the city like that.
Yeah.
So man, I probably should be.
Yeah.
That was very
That's
dumb.
terrifying.
Me and my friends have always been good about that. Like when someone's like, "No, I'm good, man. I think I can make it." Everyone's like, "Nah, like you're going home with X tonight. Like it's all right."
With drinking, we always had a sober driver. We always, if anyone said they were going to drive, whatever, we'd fucking beat them up and shit. Like it was that drug thing was the one time we ever. Did that. It was more just like out of stupidity. We just didn't think. We like, let's drive out here. So it's
That's that supreme boredom where it's like, yeah, let's drive for an hour and smoke chronic and then drive home and do and like nothing in between. Let's not do anything. Let's literally drive to a creek that's different from the one that we already are probably near and then smoke and then come home.
This creek's better. I feel like when you're like
that's like 19-year-old vibes.
Yeah, like between 17 and 19. Say like between 16 and 19, like that fucking pocket of time, like you are the dumbest piece of shit in the fucking world. Sure. Like that is like the time you can be dumb. That's kind of the thing, right? It's like you can be absolutely fucking stupid. It's encouraged to be absolutely fucking stupid. But like I don't know, it's just like I think about the shit like, that I was doing back. I'm like, man, I don't even know who that guy was. You know what I mean?
I
like,
agree.
Who is that guy?
Yeah, who is that guy? Like, I'm such a pussy nowadays. Like,
that means you haven't evolved. And Doplex, you've evolved twice. We use the
my brain has developed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The rare candy.
Yep, that's why you're white now.
Yeah. James is like, what's this? It's turning white?
Damn, I gotta get my rare candy.
Yeah.
Questions.
To pay, boy.
Hey, boy.
Questions.
Our good old pal and patron, Schneebles, he asks us, what's your biggest irrational fear? Haircuts make me anxious because I'm blind as fuck, and when they ask me to take my glasses off, they just be putting a lawnmower on my head and say, fuck it.
That would be freaky.
Yeah. I've never considered that as soon. Like,
me neither.
Like, because we have the mirror, we can kind of see what they're doing. They just have to go in and just hope the guy with the scissors on their ears is doing a good
if you're that
job.
blind, you should be able to be like, hey, can I keep this on for like most of it, and I'll just take it off when you do like these parts?
When you get to this part,
No, it always. Yeah, I guess it would be.
I don't even know if that would be irrational, Schneebles.
That's quite rational. I mean, I guess it's
kind of irrational. It's like, what are you gonna do? Even if your glasses are on or you can see, it's like if he just fucking digs this scissors into your ear,
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not going to improve your
actually,
reaction.
that is true. Sorry, Steve.
You're an idiot,
That's
Schneebels.
irrational as hell, Schneebels. You're dumb.
Shut up.
You dumbass.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is elevators. I think I've mentioned that already.
But that's
I
rational.
think that's
I feel
rational.
like,
By Outcast.
To me, that's right. Like that's like a human.
Specifically with the border, the threshold.
The elevator monster.
When you cross over from the floor to the elevator.
Are you actually afraid of it, or is it just like when you do it, you're like, oh, I hope that doesn't happen? Or are you like, do you walk up to it trembling?
No, I'm not trembling, but like I make concerted efforts to avoid being over that.
Emily has to like hold your hand, and your knees are quaking every time you walk up
like
to
a
an
Shaggy
elevator.
and Scooby-Doo
And then
clatter.
immediately afterwards, you're like everything's good.
Kind of. I mean, not like
That's fair.
not actually. No, not really.
That's
but,
irrational
like,
if you're that
Well,
scared.
I mean, that's kind of, I think that's the
definitely
definition of
do
an irrational
things-
fear.
I do things to mitigate the time I spend. Like I'll like, do a little skip over it, or like
you do like a little Mr. Bean like hop over it, like a little quirky hop.
Emily used to like hold doors, like elevator doors open by like just standing in the door, so she was like perfectly half and half on the threshold, which is like that is my ultimate
big fat arm in
Oh,
there.
Well,
yeah.
exactly. So now she does. I made her do that because I'm like, if that elevator just suddenly drops,
At
and
least
you
you
get
only
sheared in
lose
half, I'll be
the
pissed.
E in Emily, not the whole word.
Hey, if your arm got hit, if you had your arm out holding it open and it fell, all that would happen is your arm would get like slapped down to your side. It wouldn't get like sliced off.
Right.
So I
Unless
think
they
that's
put
probably
razor blades at the bottom of the fucking elevator.
yeah,
Which is
yeah.
And then
standard
you're
practice.
fucked.
There's a video I've seen that really stresses me out. It's I don't know where the fuck it is, but it's like some like 40s ass invention where it's like, oh, it's the continuous elevator.
Yeah, I
And it's
saw
just
that.
this-
I feel
you
like
seen
that's
that?
bullshit.
I think it's real.
It's going
probably,
so fast. How do you get on and off that without? It would have to be like multiple injuries a day. There's no
This
way.
is James' drunk
I don't
driving. He
believe
doesn't
in.
believe in it.
I do not believe in that being a functional thing where people aren't hurt like at least once a day.
I feel like
Yeah.
it must have very good safety for it to still be open, to still be working. Or it's in a country where they just like don't give a fuck. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
And also, what happens at the bottom? How does it go? How does it go down and then back up the other side? Does it like turn sideways and you like fall over and you know like? I feel like that was AI. I don't believe that shit's real.
They should again because
Already put the video up.
Because I'm
Yeah,
claustrophobic,
pop
that
it up
also
here.
stresses the fuck out of me because it's like,
No,
They
yeah,
are
it looks
very
fun.
small.
what if you're in one of
And
those
there's no
and then
door.
the power breaks down and then you're just like, I guess you could climb out.
Yeah, and you're
Just
but there's no
coffins.
door. You're probably like staring at the inside of like the brick wall, like, and it was like shallow too. Like it was literally like deep enough for like one medium-sized man.
Yeah, man.
It was weird. No, that shit was
Yeah.
weird. I saw that too. It doesn't. I don't know how that's a real thing, but shout out if it is.
Fuck elevators.
Shout out.
That's my rational
Yeah.
fear.
Doplex, what's yours?
Well, I had one when I was a kid, and now I have one as an adult.
Ooh.
I can't tell which one's
Gay
weirder.
sex. Straight
yeah,
sex.
gay sex. I don't want penises
very
going in my
confused.
butt. Like I remember, I would be swimming. I'd be fucking swimming around dire dock style in my apartment pool, and like I'd always, you know, I used to swim with my eyes closed, you know, so I'd be like just fucking down there, just
collecting all the
and
red
like
coins.
yeah, I'd be down there collecting all the red coins, and I would always just imagine a fucking shark coming at me.
Yeah, I had.
No
that.
matter what, and
that's
I
a
would open
classic.
my eyes really fast. Yeah,
James had that
like,
too,
and I
haven't you?
obviously,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just
that's
like a
just
thing as a
like-
kid.
The awake version of, you know, being scared of like the dark. It's, you
Right.
close your eyes
Yeah,
and you're like, someone's coming in at me. You're in the water. You close your
Yeah.
eyes and you're like, there's for sure. I'm going to swim right into his
I
damn
still
mouth.
have that.
Yeah.
I have to like. In Florida, it was a little different because I was afraid an alligator would get into my pool or something.
That
Um,
is very
that's-
rad.
that's
my
kind
parents
of
had a pool.
legit, though,
But there
yeah.
was
That
still
is-
like a cage around everything. But when I would swim at night,
Right.
like I would basically just like stay against the wall, and I would like every minute or so I would like jump underwater and fucking like bug
Yeah.
my eyes out so I could see really good and make sure there's
Yeah.
not like a fucking
Just your eyes getting
like,
burnt by
Yeah.
chlorine.
Yeah, I think it's
it,
fucking
yeah,
rad.
it was.
Yeah, and now as an adult, my irrational fear is the manifestation entity. You know, it's like I'd be
Is this gonna fuck me up? I don't want to hear it.
no, I'd be like, you know, chilling in the dark and like, not like completely like I'll be watching TV, but like the room around me is dark. And like I'll be looking at like the open door and I just like start imagining like, dude, what if like a fucking creature just
What
like
if a specimen walks
just like
in?
shows up at the door, or like, you know, when you see shadows and it's like like you try to form it into like a human figure in your mind.
Yeah.
And I always
A
stop
human
myself. because I have this like fear that like if I create a human shadow in my mind, then it's gonna turn into like an actual
real.
fucking like critter and come and eat me. Yeah. So that's my because I literally.
So you're scared that you have the power of conjuration.
That would be a horrifying thing to find out.
That would honestly, yeah. You're just like
honestly,
you think you're
no
real hard about a witch, and all of a sudden,
yeah.
No, honestly, it just happens.
I get that, Doplex. I think it's just having a fucking overactive imagination. But like, I'm still kind of like nervous around in the dark because I'm like, but what if?
Yeah.
Every time
I'm still
had to
such
stay
a
late
bull
at the
pussy
Coleman's
about
office.
that.
Yeah.
I've had to stay late at the Coleman's office a few times, which is like,
yeah,
you know, it's this big ass space. No one's there. The lighting is like after dark. It's like really dim in there, unless you're in the like studio area. So it's like I'm walking through like up to my computer, and there's just like a million computers. There's tons of like weird shadows. There's because of the Coleman's office. There's like weird
everywhere.
shit everywhere. So there's like weird realistic human faces, like
Asian
Chinese
face.
masks and like creepy things on the wall and stuff that like cast weird shadows at night.
That would
it's
fuck
like
me up.
really
Yes, that's
unnerving being around there at night.
Yeah, we have a giant fucking Mars Attacks alien animatronic
yeah,
that part of
yeah.
the city. Yeah, like so that will freak me out. And then in our media room we have a skeleton sitting in the back seat.
That's on you a little bit.
So like
That's
no, it is.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fucked.
no, it is.
Dude,
but like
we had
the
that
other
with
night,
the fucking Scarlett Johansson back in our first year uni. We had a Black Widow cardboard cutout that just sat in the lounge, and like for the first week or two we lived there, I'd go to take a piss in the night, and I'd just be like, "What the fuck?" Oh, it's right. It's Scarlett
Oh my god, I have a boner.
yeah. But more specifically, the other
Instant just
but more specifically, just to explain what I mean, but.
Go ahead.
The other night we slept with it. I'm a little bit of a stickler for having doors closed and locked. I'm overly paranoid about that
I feel
stuff.
that.
But the other night it was so hot, so like we slept with the our bedroom door open, just because our bedroom for some reason doesn't get a lot of like airflow, even when the air conditioner's on. So we had the door open, and like for an hour, dude, I was just like lying there staring at the open door,
just waiting
and
for something to walk past it.
yeah, and I started like imagining this like long neck fucking Slenderman type beat, like with boxy shoulders, and I started like piecing them together in my mind, and I had to like be like, no more, you'll become real and get me.
I do the exact same thing. I have to like stop myself. Like I'll be like in the dark staring, like, man, how fucked would it be if like. And then I think of this like fucked creature I saw some like horror artist on Twitter draw or whatever. I'm like, imagine if they just walked in. Oh,
and came running up to me real fast. You have to stop thinking about it.
Man,
It'll come true.
This is so lame. The thing that's actually made me brave is a Reddit comment. So just gonna
okay.
Leave that out to air for a
Listen
second.
here, kind stranger.
Yes, they said if you don't get scared, we'll give you Reddit gold for life. No, it was this dude. It was this guy being like,
I'm brave now.
I thought you were serious with that. I was like,
You can't hurt me anymore.
I'm leaving if that's really
no, there
what
was a serious. It was actually a Reddit comment. It was this dude, probably made up. Now that I think about it, but he did have a good point. It was this dude who was like. I was like, oh yeah, I put myself in like scary situations where, or like I'll walk around like a creepy place at night, or like I'll walk around my house completely in the dark, just whatever. And it's like, he said he used to be a huge pussy, but then he just like looked at it really logically. He used facts and logic to outsmart his own brain.
Oh, okay.
But he did make a point where he's just like,
the manifest monster isn't real.
when have you ever, in your 30-something years of being alive, Doplex, when have you ever been set upon by an entity or like a demon or a creature of the night, or like undisputably so, where you're like, oh, that was definitely...
Undisputably so?
Where you're like, no, that was definitely an unknown paranormal entity.
As a Redditor, can I posit something now?
Of course.
Now, Doplex, I think that's great advice.
Yeah,
But-
that is good advice.
When the time does come that the entity does set upon you, and
Does
you aren't
manifest.
prepared because you take that advice, how bad will it be?
When you do conjure
to be
the
fair,
entity.
if it's GG either way.
Because it's such a human thing. It's like, yes, I know that like this has never happened, dear Redditor, but it's also like the point of this is that I'm preparing myself for when it truly when there's just a fucking
Just in
like
case.
one of those strange guys that like hug themselves when they do heroin that stand on the street corner, break into my house, and I have to fucking kill them.
Well, but see, that's that's something actually
They're
to be
entities, dude. They're classified as entities.
like
the
preach.
Fent demon.
But if that's what you're looking for, then that's fair enough. Keep looking.
I guess
out
that's more what I'm scared of at night when I'm like walking around and like
sure.
like
That's
I don't
yeah.
like leaving curtains and windows open and shit because it's like they definitely could just be a crackhead that jumps my fence and comes and stares in my fucking back window. It's like
Yeah.
With
No,
big
dude,
pasty eyes.
Dude, that
It's
happened with my mom.
Yeah, but again, that's that is a rational
really?
fear. That is like something you actually should be worried about.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
not a fucking demon from hell. It's just a guy on meth. So
meth heads that in the middle of the
Kinda
night that really
demons from
want like
hell.
the bread sitting on your
Yeah.
counter are demons from hell.
yeah,
That's true.
I'm pretty lucky living in an
I know what you
apartment
mean,
'cause
though.
it's
I know
like,
what you
I don't
mean.
have to.
And they're
I don't
there
have to
for your
like think
copper.
about that sort of
Right.
shit. But it is
Yeah.
like whenever I am back at like my parents' place or whatever, and I'm just on a ground floor with like windows that are
It's
an entity
freaky.
entity type crackhead could just smash
Yeah.
it if they really wanted. It's like, oh no.
Oh God, it's a crackhead type entity.
I need my meth head type Pokemon to fight it.
Yeah. But anyway, that is my advice. If anyone like me or Doplex gets freaked out by the idea of unnatural creatures from another dimension spooking you in the night, just think back on your whole life and think of how many times that's
Think about
happened, and
facts
that will
and
hopefully
logic.
put your mind at rest. Because it has not happened yet. I've been in some very
Right.
creepy farmhouses late at night. I've been in some really weird places. Never had anything spooky happen. So I think my apartment is going to be safe in the dark. Maybe.
Yeah,
As long as you got
Yeah.
a couple homies with you, it don't matter.
And a gun.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entity
And a
could
gun.
pull up on me as long as I got a couple friends with me. I'm
That's
going
content.
berserk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
My irrational fear. I lost it. I had it. Andrew, you go. Idiot.
His
My
irrational fear is
fucking
losing his
my
train of thought.
I think I might have mentioned it on the show a couple years ago. My mom told a story years and years and years and years ago, and it stuck with me for some reason. But there was this story of some lady or some shit in Texas that claimed she was being
Sinned.
sexually abused by a demon.
That would suck.
Oh.
And so now,
That would
for
suck.
whatever reason, every time I'm in the shower and I be spreading my shit to
That's
clean it out,
We've had this
it-
conversation
There's no way
before.
that's your irrational fear.
dude, it's
Wait,
not.
no,
okay.
we've had. Andrew has told us this
I've
before.
talked about this.
You're
It's-
afraid
it's
they're
not
gonna,
like
you're
I'm
gonna get
in there,
bent
like,
over by a
quivering with-
demon and fuck you.
I'm not, you know,
I
I'm
swear-
not in the shower
I swear we've had
quivering
this
with
go-
my ass cheeks like, blah, 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 you know, out of fear. But it enters my brain every time I do it.
Yeah,
Every
I
single
swear-
time
There's
I'm
a
like,
demon floating around Andrew 24/7 as soon as he spreads his fucking cheeks.
This is a big fucking cock.
Fucking diving.
Just
in.
waiting. I swear Andrew has told us that he's afraid of getting raped by a demon in the
That's
shower.
fucking awesome.
yeah, no,
One
it
fucking
enters my
millimeter of
brain every
fabric.
time.
1 millimeter pant and underpant fabric is enough to deter him, but as soon as that's gone, he's like, I'm in.
That's gone. I'm
Hey, I
fucking
mean, think
that
about
ass.
it. I'm standing up most of the time. You know, I got a lot. I got a
Right.
lot back there. There's some fortifications natural
Right.
fortifications in place.
Yeah.
In
Soon
the
as you
shower,
bend over and
I'm at
spread
an
it.
angle and I'm spreading it because I like to keep my shit clean.
Hell
I
yeah.
think your
Attaboy.
real
And
fear
every
is that you're
time,
gonna
my
enjoy
mom's
it.
voice is in my head, like, maybe this is the time.
Maybe
Can you imagine, dude?
What if it happened?
Can you
happen?
imagine getting raped by a demon and like coming out the other side
Damn.
gay? Like just being like, that felt fucking awesome.
Actually,
that's
that
just
was epic sauce.
that's
That
lore.
just sounds
That's the Westboro
That
Baptist
just sounds like
Church's
something
lore.
that. Well, yeah, it
Yeah.
just sounds like something that happens to people who are like in a unsafe, like a relationship that they, like they're gay and they married someone just for
Yeah.
like the social aspect
Yeah.
of it. You know, like, oh, I don't want everyone to
Yeah.
think. And then like 10 years later, they're like, how do I get out of this?
I've struggled
Right.
with
I got bent-
I was
homosexuality.
raped by a
The
demon.
the
The
butthole
fucking-
demons tried to get me, but
I got
thankfully
bent
the Lord
over.
has delivered me from that, and I have a
No,
loving
they're
wife
using
and
it as
3
an out to
children
like
now.
divorce their wife.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, honey, the butthole demon calls.
I don't know if you guys remember those like hardcore churches where like they be using those those kinds of analogies where it's like, I knew a man, he was raped by Satan and he enjoyed it and now he's gay.
Wait, really quick, my imagination
circle.
of a hardcore church is just a completely normal church, and then when they start singing the hymns, everybody just starts fucking throwing elbows and kicking each other and shit.
Oh, yeah. Speaking in tongues.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Pentecostal.
To bring this
Go ahead,
full circle, to go back to the street preacher, one of his cool metaphors was, I feel like he wasn't really openly homophobic when I was like around him. I was only around him for like 4 or 5 minutes, but just as I was getting on the tram, it felt like he was starting to like shift gears into the full, like he'd finally got the energy or the confidence to like start actually like aggravating people.
He was touched by God.
Yeah, but there was a point early on where he was dancing around the issue where he was saying like, he was doing the whole like hate the sin, love the sinner kind of thing.
Yeah.
He was like, it's not rude to tell people if they're sinning. It's like if you see someone and a truck's driving at them and you want to yell out to them to get out of the way. That's what I'm doing. And it's like,
when you see a dick about to go into your friend's ass,
look out
and you
for
want
that penis!
watch out! Look out! He's coming! It like goes in his mouth. He jumps in the way of the cock, and then he enjoys it.
he dives in front and takes the cock up his ass instead.
He likes it.
It's like that painting of Jesus taking heroin, but it's just that guy taking a penis for the guy instead.
Taking the cock in the ass.
I took this cock for you.
Jesus took the cock for me.
Oh my goodness.
I can't think of a better one. My irrational fear is, unlike Doplex, I don't like locked doors. I'll close my door at night sometimes. But I don't like locked doors because I'm like, what if I like wake up in the middle of the night and I'm having like a heart attack and no one can get in to save me and I just die there with like my family on the other side of the door.
I think about that when I'm like shitting or like if you're really sick and using the bathroom and like throwing up or whatever, and it's like, oh man, or even just like something like normal, like taking a shower when you're drunk or something. It's like, oh man, what if I like slip and hit my head and die, and then like Emily can't get in because I've locked the door.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't lock the door when I do those things.
Neither.
Yeah, that's a fair thought, but I feel like that only applies like if you live alone and you have absolutely no contact with the world. But I feel like if you have like, friends, family, significant others, I feel like that's not really. Actually, I would say that's probably
rational.
No,
I didn't belittle Andrew getting fucked in the ass by a demon, you douchebag.
I'm adding credence to what you're saying. I'm saying that is in fact irrational. I'm saying that is in fact irrational because
your rations are not there.
Are not. Yeah, your
rations
are
spilled all over the floor. They're
My second irrational fear is not answering this motherfucker's question right here.
Yeah, dude. We answer that shit.
This motherfucker's name is French Leopard. They asked us,
Leopard.
what's an embarrassing idea from your past that you're glad that you never followed up on? I got mine. So one time I had an idea that I should print my YouTube channel name in vinyl stickers and put it on the back of my car and drive around with that on my car for like a year as advertising. Even while I would like had a girlfriend, I would like drive around and make her drive around in that car with it on it, and then I would like look in my mirror sometimes, and my idea was like maybe I'd look in my mirror sometimes and I would look back at the people behind me and they'd be laughing and taking pictures of my car, and then I would be like, wow, that sucks. And then I had that idea, and then I did, but I never did it. So I'm glad that I didn't do that.
Yeah, thank God you didn't do that, and that was fake.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
My stupid idea was not uploading on the main channel for like a year.
He considered it, and then luckily he didn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I know I've had a lot of very stupid ideas over the year. Starting YouTube, maybe.
My initial college major, criminal justice.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
Criminal justice. That would be cool. You've been like solving crimes and shit.
The reason I quit doing it is because I realized I had to be a cop, like a regular cop.
You have to. You can't like get into like
you have
forensic
to do a certain
scientist.
amount of years.
Columbo.
Well, dude, exactly. I was like, I found the solving part of a crime interesting, and then they were like, "Yeah, listen, here's the bone. You got to do 25 years as a
You
beat
gotta
cop."
beat
And I was
in a
like,
couple black guy skulls. Like, come on, man.
and I was like, "This is fucking."
What if
stupid.
they gave you? What if they gave you the option? You could either be a cop or a drug sniffing dog.
Probably be the drug sniffing dog. You get a little sniff every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. This guy's got crack.
It's just like all over my face. Like, yeah, there's totally crack in there.
Just cocaine
so much
cake
crack
in
in
your
there.
face.
Yeah.
A lot
Unrelated,
of
I'm
meth in
fucked
there.
up.
Putting the pipe in my pocket.
I've had a lot of bad ideas over the years, but I don't know why this came to
probably
mind.
had
It
the
was just like, yeah, well, this just like sprung. It was just like a weird memory, which I still have on my phone, which is crazy. This is from June 12th, 2017. I wrote a song about fidget spinners, and I was gonna do a music video about it. Do you guys want to hear the lyrics?
Like
Yes.
unironically, or is it like a parody?
One of my first
song,
YouTube
or-
videos was like a
No,
20-minute
it was,
short film about fidget spinners.
Yeah, I did a fidget spinner ASMR where it was just like I was rolling the fidget spinner, and the fidget spinner was saying slurs.
That's awesome.
Peak
That's
2016.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like
That's
Filthy
cool.
Frank.
Yeah,
This was
that was.
actually 2017.
Oh yeah, 2017. You know, right at the beginning, middle. But the lyrics go like this. I haven't read this probably since I wrote it. So this was what 8 years ago.
Someone
at this
give
point,
someone give this man a
a
beat.
little over 8 years ago. Yeah. Here, let's see. Hey bitch, I want to show you something. Something that I only show to the special. I think it's more of an R&B. I realize that now. It's more of like a sexy type thing.
Yeah,
so it goes like this.
a fidget spinner song would be.
Yeah, it's
naturally.
like
Here, I got you.
all right.
JJ Ferris 啊，五马路马路马路马，你以为我是一个人类？我该怎么做才能让你明白？我是超人，具有创新能力，而且像小做的一样，所以你说的任何话都会反弹回来，粘在你身。
I love Cheminem. So it go. I don't even know if I want to read this, dude. This is so bad. This isn't even like funny.
Hey.
This I just got to the end.
You
I
gotta
can't read
it.
this, dude. I can't
gotta read
this.
it.
Read it for
Dude,
us.
you know what's funny? I tried to because I'll add this to my list of potentially bad ideas. Me and a friend in I think 2017, 2018 wrote a little web series, and I have like a case full of binders with production notes on the scripts that we wrote and everything. Whole thing. I tried reading some of it on stream once, and I got exactly one scene in, and I was like, okay,
Dude,
yeah, I'm not reading this anymore.
So hard to go back to old work.
It really is, dude. Like even reading this,
It's like actually excruciatingly painful.
yeah, like I know my intentions with this were specifically to be like haha funny R&B fuck song about fidget spinners.
My intentions were pure, I swear.
Yeah, here I'll read you an excerpt, but I won't read the whole thing because this is just awful. Let's see. So we spinning and spinning till the break of dawn. That body makes me want to spin all night long. I got this fidget spinner from a gas station, but tonight this fidget spinner gonna put that ass in rotation.
Hell yeah.
And then the chorus is I spin for my N-words, I spin for my dogs, I spin for the people who, and then that's where I stopped. So clearly I thought this was ass.
You just wanted to write out the N-word a few times just to get it out of your system.
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful.
That's
awesome, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
Hey, but you know what the difference between you writing that sitcom Andrew was and Doplex writing that R&B thing?
Yeah.
You guys
What?
are actually making something instead of like, you fucking losers.
That,
You
you know, you're
fucking
absolutely
losers.
right. You're absolutely right.
You were actually expressing yourselves and trying to get better.
You're absolutely right, honestly. Yeah.
No, just
You're kind of spitting, honestly.
At least he had the guts to say the N-word.
He had the creative fortitude to say the N-word.
Yeah.
Beef.
Shout out.
Fellas,
That
we've
time.
got a well, our bounty has been claimed. Now, James, you weren't here last week. Have you seen what we made yet? I was kind of hoping we could
the
show.
last
Okay,
one we
thank
did?
God. We get to reveal this to James in real time, and he also gets to see the results in real time.
So Wait, did they do it already?
Beef Bounty! Melee! Stop.
Wait, yeah,
Boom, 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 boom.
did they do it already?
boom, boom.
Can we do like Dubai Starbucks?
All I see
Dubai.
is-
Yeah,
Shout out all our
Dubai.
Saudi fans.
They probably got some fuck shit.
Yeah, they're gonna put some coffee.
Yeah.
Do we? How much
Is that
time we all
racist?
got? Because I thought if I'm gonna be $1.80 with you, Andrew, I thought we were just gonna do like a little quick react thing. I didn't think we were gonna do like a full on.
I thought that was the case too, honestly.
Maybe should we do it when we get back? Maybe.
Courtney, just leave in everyone introducing ABCs and Doplex doing the Smash Bros thing and then just fucking end the episode.
No, maybe don't do that.
That'd be so funny.
With no end screen either. We'll just do a Sopranos and everyone will be like,
black.
what the fuck?
Can we do a Sopranos transition where someone's just like walking away from the set and then the screen freezes and then they do like a clock wipe?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that? Just there's
where
one
it, like, slows
singular.
down.
Yeah, there's one episode of The Sopranos. They've never done it again or before or anything. And she's just like, Carmela's just like walking away like this, and then it just like slows down and then completely freezes for like 2 seconds and does a full clock wipe transition like from Star Wars.
Dude,
And it's,
I have
it's
seen
so out
that
of place.
clip.
I have no idea. It's unbelievable. Like
The
I
editors
saw,
were
I
going
never knew
nuts.
that it was a meme, and I saw it happen in real time the first time I watched through it, like 3 or 4 years ago. And I was like, I literally like put my phone down and just like sat in my bed for like 5 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck was going through their mind
It
when
was
they
probably
did that?
probably the same editor who added in like the most easily accessible
The fart
sound
noises?
effect after the chicken vindaloo.
Yeah.
It's probably just some guy who's like learning Premiere and was like, this is kind of cool.
On Mythbusters, they like just like throw farts in everywhere. Or at least the episode I was watching, like it was like they were like smashing together like an invention or something, and like every time they would do something, it was like cartoon fart noises.
Really weird.
I swear to God, I was like, oh yeah, this is fire.
Mythbusters is funny because it's like because it had such a long run, you get like a cross section of like TV at different points and history.
Yeah.
So like the first few seasons are like very personality focused. You could tell they were like riding off like fucking what was it the motorcycle boys? What are they called again? Like American Chopper.
Motorcycle Boys.
Yeah.
American,
oh, okay.
Because that was like that was Discovery Channel as well, I think, right? And that was all them being real like, we're gonna fuck, it's a bunch of manly motorcycle men getting in each other's face and screaming and everything, and like so people loved that. That was just reality TV essentially. And Discovery thought it was going to be like this educational thing, and they were like, "Oh fuck it, the ratings are good, so we'll just roll with this." And you could tell Mythbusters happened around the same time, or like started around the same time, and the producers must have been like, "Hey, these guys are fighting, and it's working really good, so you guys need to fight too." So there's like early parts of the first 2 or 3 seasons where they like pit Adam and Jamie against each other, or like when they're having a disagreement about how to do something, the cameras will fucking swoop in immediately afterwards and like get their like fucking like reaction, and Adam will be like, Jamie's just being really really frustrated to work with. I'm just sick of him today. I just don't want to talk to him, and like walks away. And it's like these like very personal moments that you can tell they didn't really like, and like there's times where Jamie legit calls out the producers. He's like, "Oh yep, you're coming, get the reaction." Like he like straight up is like calling them out for this, and you can tell as time goes on, they're like, "Okay, people don't like that. These two don't like doing that. Let's just focus on the shit." Yeah. But then you almost have the opposite problem in the more recent ones where it's like too sanitized. Like there's no personality, like it's legit just like almost everything feels scripted. Everything they're doing, it feels like they're reading from a teleprompter or whatever, and like there's never like time of them just like downtime of them working or like chatting. All that's cut. It's all just like action and science 24/7 because we don't have time
that's
for
probably
anything.
like YouTube editing.
Yeah.
Because like science communication is so huge on YouTube, they probably have. Yeah. And I think one of the guys like has like a big YouTube channel. Maybe that's kind of like bled into the show,
which is really
something.
interesting. Yeah, it could have done because it ended like 2015 or something. So I guess that was around like coming.
Oh, I thought you meant they were. I thought they like were redoing something recently, or I don't know. Maybe it's just the guy on his channel.
I'm just talking about I'm talking about Adam and Jamie specifically because they did. Afterwards, they made like a new Mythbusters. They did a thing because it was like the Mythbusters Youth Edition, the new Mythbusters Kids or some shit. And it was like they did this big reality show to find like who the new Mythbusters hosts are going to be.
A pup named Mythbusters.
And then it had that feel, that feeling of like there's like Home Alone or whatever. where the first movie's got like this A-list cast and the second one's got Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then like for 4 and 5 or whatever, they couldn't
different
get,
cast.
they couldn't get like anyone in. It's direct to DVD. There's like a season or 2 Mythbusters after Adam and Jamie left, and it feels like that. Like they just got in like 2 guys. They're like fine.
Right.
But it just feels like, why this has nothing to do with this, just has the same name. There's nothing to do with this.
Right.
Anyway, that was my Mythbusters rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.